Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is Monday, which means it's time for some Cyberpunk. Um, well, I mean, it's always time for Cyberpunk, to be honest. That follower goal should have updated by now. I'm curious about why that has not. I'm actually at like 18. It's not picking up. And all right, welcome to the stream, Raf and Doc777. First time for both of y'all. Welcome to the Fluff Pile. I am your guy, Yaogwai, here bringing you the fluff and love, and in this case, also broken follower counts and Cyberpunk 2077. So how has your guys' Monday been so far? Mine has been, a little bit odd. I was actually not sure if I was going to be streaming because power went out over here. In my neck of the woods over here in the Pacific Northwest, we've been getting some pretty heavy storms, which is, I mean, that's pretty common, honestly. But I am now in a neighborhood. In my old neighborhood, things were a little bit easier because we were right next to the utility company. And if power went out, we knew it because they would just immediately start dispatching trucks, and we were one of the first ones to get picked up. Grey Death Legion, first, dope name. Also, I will not tell your boss that power is back on. I don't know how he would find me, or she, but yeah, I'll make sure they know that power is absolutely still out in your neck of the woods as well. Slept for half of it and read the adventure book for the other half, eh, Ralph? Fair enough. I cannot complain about that. That sounds refreshing. Also, not just in the fact that you were resting, but in the fact that you're a DM who actually reads the adventure book. I have a game master, not going to name names. I'm in several games, so the odds that they will figure it out that it's them is pretty low, but they're a great storyteller. They have an amazing concept, and it's absolutely a blast to play. But I am dead certain they don't actually know how the combat rules in the game they're playing work, because anytime an action comes around for combat, it's they roll some dice and look at it and tell me what I did. Which wouldn't be so bad if I weren't running a combat-oriented character. But the story's good, and I want to support them anyway because it's a great group. No, Grey Death. Probably not you. You know every rule ever in the history of ever for every edition, including the next one that has not come out yet. Am I ready for an otter wearing a wizard hat? I am more ready for an otter wearing a wizard hat than my Cyberpunk group was ready for an otter wearing board shorts and a Hawaiian shirt with a hangover and an SMG. That being said, that otter became one of their favorite NPCs because he's adorable and was also a hacker, and they didn't have one of those. I'm just wondering how the otter wearing a wizard hat goes down with this being an Avernus. Like, what did that otter do to get sent to hell? That's some serious, I mean... Well, no, otters can be kind of rapey. Never mind. What's with TTP and otter? TTPGs and otters? It's hard to say. I think it's because most players are otter than average, or they wouldn't be into TTRPGs. You read the adventure at least two pages ahead of where we left off. Well, that's an improvement. So, we are getting into some side missions. It is the second act, as everybody knows, and I've gone through and kind of done the more boring ones. I hate saying that because they're all well written. Honestly, the writing in this game is what saves it from everything else, including glitches, lack of expansion, lack of content that was cut, the entire PR team over at CD Projekt Red, and well, basically everything else that could possibly go wrong with this franchise. Sitter, welcome. Doot indeed. But as much as I love some of the story to some of the side missions I've done, especially the Cyber Psycho ones, I think I mentioned last time, are pretty amazing because they're very detailed in how a person can break down and extremely varied. If it's just run to the place and kill the dude, it's kind of eh. So this one, dancing on a minefield is one of the jobs. Let's see, are you going to be a problem? You're not even in range to be spotted. It's one of the jobs out here in the Badlands. Let me break out the map. We are way out in Nomad territory. There's the city limits right there. And with this one, we are tasked with getting a vehicle that's in a minefield out of it safely. I have a feeling it's going to go relatively well, because well, no, wait. Actually, it's probably going to go a lot worse than it could have, because the mines no longer cause death to a player instantly. For example, that was 50-some hit points with my current armor. That being said, is also a waste of XP, so it's a huge-ass minefield. However, it still only takes any two explosions will take out a car. Doesn't matter how big. I could snap off a couple of quickies from my wrist launcher, I could throw grenades, hit a mine, somebody shoots a propane tank next to a car, doesn't matter. So, this one's gonna be fun. It's black for you, it's showing up as black. Oh, fantastic. Not seeing any errors come up. So you guys are not seeing anything on your side. Okay, so it's just Roth. Jester D. Ruffalo. Okay, well, I blame your internet down there. Okay. Good. I was on Satyr's stream. I can never get the pronunciation of your name perfectly right, so I'm gonna say Cider Elf from now on. I was on your stream Saturday, and it was a wild ride because the frame rate was either really good but wasn't showing anything, or really bad but was showing some really insane detail. And sometimes we'd get a black screen except for where there are graphic effects or pop-ups. But it was still fun. I gotta admit, your personality is a big part of what draws people in. That and that lovely... That was what I was expecting when I accidentally did that. Fuck that robot in particular. And to answer your question, GDL, there's not exactly Borderlands, but yeah, kind of Borderlands. Nobody says Meat Bicycle, but they are cruder than Scavs and Psy Dr. Wolf. So I should go, Dr. Wolf. Spirit Wolf. Pretty sure it's Cider Elf. I believe that's how that I looked that one up, and I believe that's how your name translates in Gaelic, I think. So that's what that is. It's Gaelic, yeah? Oh, that's my 3. Okay. Downside to... No, it's not Gaelic, you sure? No, No, it's, I tease him, but his name is, in Old Norwegian. And it basically means, as he says, spirit wolf or ghost wolf. If I recall correctly, they were essentially like the Berserkers, but I'm assuming it's like, you know, wolves versus bears at a gay bar. They were smaller, but still pretty and hairy. Haha! You know, with it not being hit scan, it's,
Fuck. Another gonk who thought fate smiled on him.
He's probably smiling himself before he OD'd on Maelstrom's shipment.
It's what you get for sampling Maelstrom's supply. Strongest shit out there. Nothing else that can fire up their burnt-out synapses. Poor bastard. His output's probably out in Albuquerque waiting, unaware little Jiro's brain turned to jelly.
Oof. Thinking of Wolfed now? Ah. Well, I'm sure you'll explain it on a stream. Blitz still often. But no, out here in the mostly west, but in the lawless areas of the west and south, and it's a pretty heavy stretch, really. The map sort of does a dip this way, and if you go too far, it turns you around. Then a little bit out into the north, but not much. It's mostly out here. There's nomads, mostly the Alcadalgos and the Wraiths. Alcadalgos are the local good nomad group, and the Wraiths are, as they call them, Raffen, or traders. They're the reavers of the nomad land, that nomad world that give everybody else a bad name. I never actually saw a Cyberpunk video. Now I get why people complain of the graphics. Oh, come on now. This is only set on high, and you guys are getting the 720p stream so that it doesn't choke on itself. That, and also 720 is the only thing Twitch gives you. Jero, this is last time, baby. My last run, I promise you. Simona, yeah, last time, because you'll take a bullet. Didn't see what I sent you? Militech knows the routes. Checkpoints are tighter. Jero, baby, that's why I go through the minefields. I know the way by heart. They don't. They can't risk it. Not yet, anyway. It's gonna work fine, Heart. Then everything will be done. Just wait for me. It doesn't look high, to be frank. Like I said, you're also getting the 10 or the 720 stream. But admittedly, the graphics could be better. I think that's mostly a side effect of the fact that the game's been in development for longer than some of you have been alive, probably. I also haven't looked at... This is the most modern game I've looked at, which I've actually not heard of the graphics being an issue. But, I haven't, like, gone and checked out. It's not about the pixels, models and anime. Yeah, okay, no, you're right there. There's just so many people laying around who just could not get to this car, but really wanted this car. Nobody had Kuroshis, really? Not a one of you? White privilege, I guess, right there. Yeah, the models' motion's sometimes not good. They didn't have proper time to... Or they did have proper time and they fucked around with it, hard to say. To go through and, like, fine-tune everything. So sometimes the models move well, sometimes they don't. Average common animations. I wonder if a knife will set off a landmine. Probably not, since it... Oh, well, that's cool. Let's see here. Now, the fun way to do this one is to just go and drive the car through the minefield, because there is a way out. Actually, this way, there was only a couple of mines in the way. But, I mean, that's also the dumb way in my mind, because you have a scanner, and you have a tech skill over 4. Yeah, some of the patches have been improving some of the model motions, mostly trying to eliminate things like where you blow somebody's head off and they fall over and get back up and then run away or T-pose. You know, the ridiculous, like, you expect to see it in an Ubisoft title stuff. But, in turn, things still look a little plastic dolly sometimes. Yeah, the game... Next on Forged in Fire, we test your blade's durability by diffusing mines. You know, it's a bigger test of a blade than just shooting it with a 9mm. Because you know what a 9mm bullet's made out of? Soft lead and soft copper. You know what a knife or sword is made of? Hardened goddamn steel. You can split a bullet with a butter knife. Now, a butter knife will take more damage, but a butter knife's gonna be made out of way cheaper shit. The T-pose thing is dumb. It's usually when it doesn't find the right animation. So that's a bad sign. Yeah, it's... Sometimes it just... It's mostly on the civilian NPCs, which got the least amount of coding, because they don't matter, they're sheeple. That when you take them down, they decide they're going to start T-posing to assert dominance. It's something I actually didn't see because I don't intentionally murder civilians. Mostly because then NCPD uses their teleport belts to appear right behind you in large numbers and shoot you. Oh, this isn't the cute anime boy. This is modeled after the default female V, which is what I went with. The 3D model that I'm building is gonna be the cute anime boy with some big twink energy going on. But thank you. This one's actually used the same editor, or the same program that Overcoat used to make his model. And so you can see it's the same structure and face and such, but the details are different, and there's enough difference in the details that you can make basically two opposite ends of the spectrum, because I got a hardcore punk right here, and meanwhile Rock's a adorable cutie in flannel and has hair vents. Man, the handling on this is not the best. That's gonna be my excuse. Also, Maelstrom listens to some shit music.
Well, these are the results I like to see. Until next time, sister. Gig closed.
Dakota Smith, the fixer for out here, is a former Al Hidalgo nomad. She doesn't ride anymore because she's a bit too old for that, and has instead established roots outside of Night City for them to use, which is pretty cool backstory, honestly. Let's see here, which one? Oh yeah, so this Colby, yeah, that was actually a remarkably fast vehicle. The motorcycles, they feel fast because they're smaller, but they, strangely enough, they have better acceleration and better control, but they don't get the same speed as a couple of the others I have, including the Coyote. But this Colby CX-410 came from another Wasteland mission, where you just wander onto a promo shoot that got attacked. You see Trauma Team taking somebody away, And basically what they did was they wanted to do a, desert promo shoot with this beautiful brand new truck. Taking off? Alright. It's good to see you. Thank you for showing up, Rafi. You enjoy your night. I know it's probably close to 11 over there, isn't it? It's almost tomorrow for you. So you get you some rest. And some book. But, come across where they're doing promo shoots in the desert, and it looks like a slaughter scene because the wraiths attacked. You're not sleeping tonight? It is almost tomorrow, though. Probably. You should get sleep. Sleep is a good thing to have. But the whole job to the Colby is go up, find the person with the keys, take the keys, and you get the car. That's it. There was nothing to it. And it was just some atmospheric stuff, some world setting of, yeah, the wraiths are douchebags. Shion Coyote actually runs really damn fast and has the advantage of being a nomad vehicle. It operates well outside of the city. Oh yeah. Open stash, and I'm gonna stash Jinryo because we are going to be picking up. So, Jinryo, this is the second gun owned by Yorinobu Arasaka that you can steal. Oh, you're taking care of your grandma in... Oh. Yeah. They try to make those armchairs comfortable, but it's the combination of the stress and not having a bed. Yeah. Wish you luck on that. Do try to get some rest. I know you will. You're not dumb. You're not gonna work yourself to exhaustion or death like, a streamer. I'm glad she's okay. I'm glad she has a grandchild like you that will take care of her. You're a sweetie, Ralph. But Jinryo is actually over at Arasaka Estates, which you normally only get access in certain endings, certain Act 3s. If you go a route of Corpo and taking Arasaka's help. Well, getting paid to take care of family is also good. And something you can steal after a big confrontation, but Arasaka Estates exists, and you can either cheese hopping up on a couple of things to get over their fence, or if you have the double jump or high jump, just yeet yourself. There's only 6 guards, a house netrunner to take out who doesn't try to take you out by hacking you with cameras. He pulls a gun, which is stupid. And then some cameras. I don't even think there are any turrets that are up and running. But you can pick up all sorts of cool shit there and then just yeet yourself back over the fence, including stealing the second of Yorinobu's pistols. Goodbye, Rafi. You take care, and you have yourself a lovely night. So I went ahead and did that, though. So Orange Katana was a payment from previous gig that was on stream. Jinryo is actually pretty good. It does 5-round smart pistol bursts instead of 3 like the average Yukimura. But there's another smart pistol that we're going to be going for. Wait, that's what... That's right. Every time I complete a side gig, it's all like, oh yeah, you want to go back and do the main story, right? That's probably the most annoying thing, is the fact that it auto-tracks your main story. I don't want that. If I wanted that, I'd be doing the main story. Reflexes is 12, finally. Let's get... crafting going. Component costs, upgrades, component costs... Cutting edge, edge artisan. That's crafting legendaries. Where's epics? Oh, I already craft epics. Legendaries is 18. 4 more levels. Nothing I really want in there. You can get some good stuff doing tech free. Increase the odds of getting making something for free, getting more materials out of crafting. Crafted weapons do 5% more damage, and that's a 2 pop, so 10% pops. They can start doing more damage if they're fully stocked, things like that. And technical is a good support one. I recommend people go for it, in general, but it's not what I'm aiming for. Because I'm mostly using pistols and blades, or mostly using pistols and sometimes using blades. I like the fact that the pipe's low. Yeah, this thing's already at like 170, whereas the Arch normally does like max 189, 190. The Arch maxes out at like 160-ish. I do like the fact that the pipes glow and get hot when the engine's running higher. I'm just not sure that when you shift gears and it pops like that, the pipes should be cooling off. So this one's a fun one, because there is a van inside this outpost that is got a advanced radar package in it, and it is a nightmare for the local nomads. Pipes are doped with superconductors. That seems likely. Nomads can't get through. Drug runners, which is who Dakota works with a lot right now in general, can't get through. And it stops people smugglers going into and out of, because of course we've got a toxic immigration program in 2077. Fuck that robot. And that robot. I'm not seeing don't kill anybody. So I will explode his head with a knife.
Keep firing, goddammit!
Keep firing at what? You don't see me. I'm a ghost. Off. Off. Off.
Forward!
Off. Now you ain't got any guns or cameras, and every single time I manage to hit the damned escape button when it's C to close.
Come out! Hands where I can see them!
I can do that, but you're not gonna like what's in the hands. Oop.
Locating suspect. You are instructed to reveal
Get
yourself.
through window.
Locating suspect. You are instructed to reveal
Or
yourself.
just don't. Be stuck here forever. That's also an option, I guess.
Locating
Well, I can at least let the
suspect.
robot go.
You are instructed to reveal yourself.
Yeah, walk along, robot. There's
Locating
nothing to see
suspect.
here.
You are instructed to reveal yourself. Locating suspect.
Locating suspect.
You are instructed to reveal yourself. Locating suspect. You
There.
are instructed to reveal yourself.
Fuck was that?
Having the "you're about to get spotted, dumbass" speedwear is so freaking nice.
Surrender! You have no chance of escaping!
Why does everybody keep collapsing with a knife in their back?
You are instructed to reveal yourself. Locating suspect. You are instructed to reveal yourself.
Huh?
All these non-lethal knife wounds going on.
We have a problem.
If you didn't buy into hacking, you can just rely on the fact that nobody knows how to lock their screen.
I'm out!
Pretty much.
I've got this.
So for people who missed the last stream, I've got a mod that makes knife throwing useful because it's normally a level, like you have to have 5 cool, Yeah, 5 and cool to use it. And it throws your equipped knife, which you cannot then retrieve, so it costs you a knife to use. It still sometimes hits handle first or something, so the shot just doesn't work. And it doesn't, even if you were to be able to pick up your weapon, it doesn't re-equip it.
Terrorist! Stay bitch!
Stay what? Stay what?
Huh?
None of these guys got a pizza party at the end of the orientation for remembering Winell. Yeah. See, this is actually the grim, dark future when Linux was actually viable. See a couple of people on my... There you go. But because of the fact that I'm using a mod that basically lets you throw unlimited daggers, I'm limiting myself to 3 throws on a target. If I don't get him in 3, I pretend I'm out of knives. It's usually enough, but I've had a couple of times where I've just had them bounce handle first. Which again, that's, you know, I'm being charitable there. I'm pretending that that's what is happening. It's hard to say. That I've had to close the distance. Let's see here. Non-lootable boxes. There's a very lootable sniper up there. Is that a guy? Nope, sandbags. I think I might have actually taken everybody out. That's not how you climb a ladder. Knives are not useful when climbing ladders. Open. Got everything that was on this floor. See, now that I'm pretty sure I got everybody down, it's just a matter of looting than actually finding the objective. I mean, I know where the objective is, but... Oh, I could override points on you. Oh, there's somebody... 2 people. Of course there'd be a guy on the van. Now there's not. Sweet, I did not know you got override points for overriding a turret that's already been downed. I guess when they reboot it, it becomes hostile to them. That's cool. Euro bucks, just leaving wads of cash laying around. It's cool. Not at all sus that a military organization just has drugs and cash laying around. Stock. Even more cash. Seriously, what's with these guys? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's down. Incapacitated. Those are incredibly sturdy bottles. I'm now playing it in my headcanon that Militech's gonna retake this position. They're gonna reboot the guns, and then they're gonna get slaughtered by their own guns. Turret equivalent of shooting the knocked out guys. No idea what you're talking about there. That would be a horrible thing to do. I mean, anybody who kills an unconscious opponent They are clearly dishonorable. Oh, shit. Camera. What? Camera? I turned you off, cheeky beaky. Or there's a second camera set, because that camera was friendly. Why does it make a little laser sound, though? Because it's a stealth attack, and they didn't get that far before they had to release the game. It makes the same sound that a suppressed round going through somebody does. Wow. I think it might be worse that his head didn't explode. Let's see here. Oh, purple vest. Now, if I was clever, that opens. With tech, for that matter, which I have in spades. I could have just gotten past this turret, waited for it to rotate around, hopped up. No, not there. There's quite a bit of barbed wire. But hopped up onto this roof, hopped one of these doors, just dropped down right on top of them. Oh, hey. Thank you, scanner. And then just drive the thing away. Oh. That's also a door. I bet on the other side that opens too. Imagining ninjas, Naruto running, going pew 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 as they spam shuriken. Yeah, that actually sounds like some Sokka ninjas, I'm sure. Hold on, I saw something blue. Net advantage. So, even better, it's something blue that I'm going to be breaking later for components. Bonk. And now we got this experimental advanced radar system Militech's using to secure the border, so that we can have our drug dealer friends continue to fly drugs in with drones without getting them shot down. Have human smugglers bring a servant cast into Night City, working off their debts slowly, usually, for the rest of their lives. But also let the highway hobos wander around. That being said, fuck Militech. Mess up the paint job while I'm here. This neighborhood. Oh, take your cactus juice.
Fantastic job, V. Beautiful, really. My people are already tinkering with the radar. Militech is in for a little surprise. A job well done. Your payment is coming in hot.
2 surprises once they turn those guns back on. 39 street cred. Okay, need to call my car. Get your ride. Oh. And then just drop that all off for sale and breakdown later on. Shoot. And what other gigs we got out here? There's quite a few scanner missions, which the ones out here are kind of fun. Also, a lot of them are Militech trying to, like, execute immigrants. But they're also mostly just go to the place, shoot the people, because that's all NCPD needs you to do. I have the radio off. So earlier I was playing Euro Truck Sim 2 just to get a handle of the controls. I haven't played since Euro Truck Sim 1, and I did play a little bit of American Truck Sim. Wow. You were durable. Flight info. Gunshots from high caliber weapon detected. Damaged car. Human body. No vital signs. Reporter for World News Service. Oh, that's right. He was reported in another info file to have disappeared. Perk shard, so free perk point. And a note. I accidentally just did an NCPD mission. I'm hit, going to the farm, yeah, cannons. Where are you? Told you to stay put and leave that shit alone. But no, you just had to get your story. I told you. Where are you? Tell me where you are, or I'll get kicked out of WNS. Darius, I'm on my way. Madison. But where? Gotta focus on the road. Just send me your coords, you gonk. I'm coming to get you. I'll be fine. It just grazed me. Christ, you gonk. Yeah, just grazed. Just grazed right through the heart. Not a real car. Good to know. Oh, I was a Militech robot anyway, so whatever. Badlands are also really nice looking. There's a lot of detail you don't see in the city, which, I mean, makes sense, as it's the exact opposite. This gig, we are going deep into the Wraith's territory. There is somebody who unfortunately needs rescued, despite the fact that that is the last thing they want to have to deal with. Or more specifically, they don't want the fixer who they're having to go through do it, but they don't have many options. I'm gonna park off the road here because I know what's gonna happen at the end of this gig. Infiltrate Wraith territory. This is going to be the fun part, because they are paranoid. However, there's fog, so I can see the lasers off the trip mines easier. Which is a nice touch. You keep having to reload. Reload Twitch, or... That was good to know. Air. And it keeps buffering. Yeah, it might be... GDL is seeing me okay. It might be on your side. Hate to say it. Hate to point the blame at y'all, but... At least the stream's still continuing, so that's important. See, Nomad's having a whole bunch of, especially Wraiths, having a whole bunch of cash and guns laying around. That makes sense.
You see what that storm do to my ride last night? How much longer are we gonna babysit this chick and her shitty ass wheelers? Thinking of all the space inside.
Oh, got spotted. Maximum effort time. Did I already put down the guy with the...
Took you long enough.
Iris Tanner, supposed to get you out of here. We best get a move on.
I'm not going anywhere without my ride. It's sitting in the garage.
That wasn't in the spec. At least tell me it's fast, this ride of yours.
No, it wasn't the spec. And no, it's not particularly fast either. Let's say it's between you and me, huh? I'll make it worth your while.
We'll see how things play out.
There we go. Normally there's a guy with an LMG, but I think... Or HMG, actually. I think I might have put him down already. He's one of the few guys left standing over here. First of all. Oop.
We're supposed to get my ride out, too.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta get going.
I'm also turning off these guns that are pointed at
But
us.
I'm not so much of a...
Thank you. Yeah, I don't have much sympathy for Tanner. She wants to be strong, independent runner and all, and that's
If you
cool.
don't mind.
But... And I can understand not being happy with the fact that she's now owing a favor to somebody that she don't like. But she's also just a kind of a pain in the ass. And I complain about all the time I'm wasting as I systematically strip every stapler and ballpoint pen out of this building. I'm trying not to steal literally everything, because there's not much point in doing so. I mostly just wanted to take the good stuff and avoid, you know, driving right past machine guns with a car, especially one that has to survive. I'm a good driver. That pile of garbage was particularly stout. Yeah, nope, also shit taste. Fortunately, this thing handles absolutely terribly. It's probably the worst handling vehicle I've had the displeasure of using, which is an impressive statement. So, tragically, it has to stay on the road, which just makes my drive with Tanner all the much longer. Thankfully, she mostly stays quiet. Especially if you actually take her car. I do like the fact that the radar is all like, you should go off-roading. It's cool. You never tell me to go off-roading. Except when I'm on a road, it tells you that the best path is diagonal the opposite direction. Screw it, the garage is right here. Oh, that's a fence. God, this thing handles so poorly, I'd rather be driving Euro Truck.
Mercy!
That box got some air.
Shamai, sister.
Dakota. Iris Tanner, as per your request.
Sister.
Cut the bullshit, alright? I'm no one's sister. Just tell me what I have to do. After that, we're even.
Well, don't you two just get along perfectly?
Thanks for everything, V. Happy to return the favor sometime. Just make sure you get what she owes you.
V has nothing to worry about.
Thanks. Nice doing biz with you. Yes? Talk to me.
No, I'm not actually gonna talk to you. I have no interest in doing so. I don't care to know what's up in the Badlands. I'm already here. That was a nice, quick one. Let's increase limb damage because I've got basically a shotgun in my pocket. Which I found out, I did some research on this, and I'm gonna find a wall nobody cares about here real quick. This is not your average gun, because that's a knife. But this isn't your average, Omaha. It actually has a special effect on it, down below. I can't take my mouse off of it, otherwise the window goes away. Below all the blue text for the damage, splits each round into 2 additional shots. The thing about the Omaha is it already fires 3 shots in a burst with every pull of the trigger. The 9 rounds it carries is 9 bursts. So, normally you'd end up with the 3 holes here. This one, however, adds in 2 extra, which, when you fully charge, and it triple taps, is also known as a lot of holes in someone. So I'm keeping this damn thing, and it's my favorite pistol. I'll catch a ride. And let's see what else we got. Oh, collect my bonus from the drop point. Yeah. Got a bonus for taking the car with us. And Nomad vehicles are known to be either fast or have excellent handling off-road. This thing is mostly the fast, but actually does really good off-road too. It's probably one of my favorite purchases, even though I really personally don't like the Nomad style. It's a little too junky on for me. But it's fast. You do good. And what did I pick up? Some epic item components and a crunch. Nice. Open stash. Be out. Deal with all that later, off stream. I'm bored and restless and really just want to kill some stuff. Any other gigs out here? Oh. That's a new one. That's a junk. Oh, actually, yeah, since we're going towards the junkyard. It does have a bit wibble. Not the most stable ride. On road, it's good. I say as I then drift sideways, just trying to make a turn. Which does not like the 4K 4 million inch TV downstairs. So we're gonna do this mission here over at the scrap heap. However, we're gonna blow past it for now because there's something we need to check out. Aside from getting some dope air, just take the road off way the hell out here. This is where they dumped your body. Means it's also the unceremonious resting ground of Mike Pondsmith. And the reason you survive is not that Plan B is a low-caliber pistol. They say that. See how the solid gold pimpmobile handles in the sticks? I've tried it. The answer is badly. Very badly. Plan B here. Bullets have a higher chance to apply bleeding, but keep an eye on your wallet. Every shot costs you eddies. It literally costs you $3 to fire. However, it's got a cumulative damage per shot, so the more shots you hit with, the higher or the more damage it drops on the next shot. And that is actually kind of a nice little clever thing, because you only get shot once in the head. You took the lowest power shot from Plan B. That's why you survived. Well, that and the relic. And, oh. There's a freezer. Well, let me scan, or is this one just going to be kind of janked for me, and or I need to talk to somebody? Doesn't look like it's going to let me start this mission, which is a shame. So for those of you who are true cyberpunks, this is Ray Spartmoss right here. There is a gig to fish his cyber deck out, but it's not letting me scan, not letting me pick it up. I'm not sure if I need to be at some point in the storyline and then be directed to it, but either way, I'm not getting a chance to open it. This is the most dangerous hacker in the world. The man who broke the internet. The man who led the raid on the internet that stopped 100 nukes from flying, destroying the world. What he got from it, for it, was his synapses fried and his body unceremoniously dumped in a freezer to keep him alive long enough to get his manifesto out. The freezer itself eventually powered off and tossed into the dump. This is what happens with heroes. Well, enjoy your lurk, Cider Elf. I appreciate you showing up and chatting. But if it is going to be a finicky butt to you, then that's understandable. Yeah, there's nothing cool here, just fire. Yeah, fuck it. It's not letting me scan him, not letting me pick up the job. More of an Indiana Jones style 50s nuke-proof fridge. Yeah, it does kind of have that, but it's more like an industrial fridge from the day. Let's get back on the beaten path. It is important to my mind that your character comes back here, at the very least to pick up Plan B and throw a couple shots into Dex to Sean, but that's 100% optional.
AV, I have some new work for you. A certain item needs to be salvaged from the landfill before some gonks chop it to pieces. I've attached some more details for you.
Okay, job type thievery. Retrieve data from broken training bot over at the waste facility. There's this kid, folks call him Joe, Red Joe. Now, this Joe kid has talent. Knows his hooks and jabs. I swear he could knock a horse's teeth out. Point is, kid's got what it takes to go pro. Problem is, coaches aren't easy to come by in the Badlands. But lo and behold, word is there's a next-gen sparring bots landed in the scrapyard here. Still in working order. That's city folk for you. Secondhand piece of tech glitches gets tossed out, or the second a piece of tech glitches. I need to work on actually just reading and talking at the same time. It gets tossed out of the trash, soft included. Anyway, back to the bot. Find it and download the software before they recycle it into metal straws or whatever it is, and see people like metal straws. P.S. Guy who runs the landfill, watch out for him. Real piece of work. Okay. Try to be stealth op. And set off the warnings if they're dropped.
She's gotta be here somewhere.
Oh, just a regular workaday security guard.
Guess it's all good. Hello? Where are you?
So after this run, I'm gonna do another game, of course. I don't want to just constantly play Cyberpunk. It's not like Euro Truck Sim or Up to the Necrodancer, where you can just go for infinity, or Noita. That poor amputee. Was he really gonna try and detect me? But I do want to come back to Cyberpunk after this run and do a build that I think is probably going to be the hardest one to play, and that is all cool. Like, go for stealth, maybe build up reflex because you're going to be using guns, but an all cool build, aside from opening up some interesting dialogue options by just being a badass all the time. Cool is actually, as far as the systems or attributes that affect combat directly. What's up, dude? I like the fact that the junk seller has a guard, and you immediately sheath your weapon when you're in the junk seller's place because you have respect for the merchant.
Hello? Where are you?
But cool, it grants bonuses to stealth attacks, and I think sniper rifles, or sniper rifles fall under reflex with other rifles, but it doesn't give you any bonuses that really work well a Battletech playthrough. I mean, I have not actually played through Battletech, so I would not be opposed to that. But stealth does not work, or cool does not really work well once you've been spotted, unless you go with cold-blooded, which is the exact opposite. Cold-blooded gives you more bonuses the more kill count, the higher your kill count goes. So you keep a high kill streak, you keep everything going, like you keep building that up, you are a badass. Which is the exact opposite of what stealth usually does. Ah, right in the old Johnsonville Chatterbrot. Think I got everybody? If not, let's switch to my little friend. Actually, let's... Cool. Increases crit damage, all resistances, which would be handy, admittedly. Stealth damage by 2.5% per point. Speed at which enemies detect you by 0.5%. So it's really good for stealth, obviously. But it doesn't affect a weapon so much as it affects crits. And Cold Blood, like I said, you get all sorts of perks you can unlock for keeping a kill streak going. But you're putting a lot of points into both stealth and Cold Blood to make it a viable option without specifically boosting reflexes or body or intelligence. So I think that would be a fun challenge to run through. And by fun, I mean pain in the ass. My first run through, I was going with the cool route to go stealth, but it's not how I ended up taking it very far because it sucked. I'm not against doing BattleTech as the next game. My main plan is for weekday streams to be a campaign, a long-form game, and then if I start streaming on the weekends, doing collabs then, doing VR games, and then just doing some random streams, like anytime I feel like it, breaking out Minecraft or Euro Truck. I just know I'm going to be back in Night City eventually. It's a shame Scalpel's got such an ugly handle to it. But, of course, I'm also talking about what to do after finishing up the probably 50 to 80 hours of gameplay left over just doing side missions in the main story. So I've got a little ways before that's really a thing. That's a job hack. Didn't pick up much on that, but there weren't a whole lot of people to take down. And took them down with what? Without drawing their weapons, so...
Beautiful, V. Red Joe's training starts tomorrow. Then it won't be long until you hear his name again. He has potential, that boy. Nice work. Until next time.
I will say that that is one thing that... I mean, it's quantity over quality, but the NC missions give a lot of... or NCPD missions give a lot of extra play to the game. The game's already got quite a few hours to it for a modern AAA title. Like, you just... They don't build long games like they used to. They don't build campaign games, long story, first-person, or single-player games like they used to. And that's mostly because multiplayer has been the thing for the longest time. And do BattleTech every other Friday, you know someone who could co-host. That does depend. I'm actually going to be in a D&D group with a couple other tubers. It's one Raph was mentioning reading the book for, and I just picked up a whole bunch of supplement material they literally just dropped for Cyberpunk Red, the TTRPG, or the upgrade to the TTRPG, that I want to try and get a game going of. Because Red fixes so very much of 2020's issues, being a game from the early 90s, a game from the era of 2nd edition D&D, well, 2nd edition D&D suffering entropy for that matter. But there are flaws with it. One of the things is they did make it a bit too generic. You've only got, like, you technically have more weapons in the main book than you did, I think, in the Cyberpunk 2020 main book. Well, actually, probably not, but it's kind of close. But it's one medium auto pistol, one heavy, one very heavy, one assault rifle, one shotgun. Like, there's not... They're all generic weapons. There's no variety there. But one of the supplements that they just released was Interface Red, which... got a... my hair's super... ugh. Good lord. It looks like it's already been in an accident, but it's just got a bunch of exposed kibble on the front end. Nope. Bonk.
I like Clipped. I was planning on going myself, but I figure there's no point.
But one of the things that one of the books they just dropped, Interface Red, does is give conversion rules for weapons from the main, or from Cyberpunk 2020, which completely fixes that. Gig error 404. This is a theft job, I do believe. Agent Saboteur. Bring down the propaganda machine slandering Weldon Holt. Politics. The only thing slimier... politics. Only thing slimier than the thongs at licks. Gross. At least corpos usually tell you to your face that they're gonna screw you in the end. Fake smiles, impossible promises, shameless pandering, all foreplay until they F you in the ass and pay themselves for it with eddies out of your wallet. It's their nature. And what is ours? Blowing shit up. Got just the gig for you this time. 6 streets on a stiffy Jefferson Perales, or got a stiffy Jefferson Perales, so they have these servers pumping out anti-Holt propaganda. They see Perales becoming mayor as like the second coming of Abraham Lincoln or some shit, here to unite the city with the NUSA. Naive gonks. TLDR, my client wants the propaganda machine taken down. Plain and simple. You need to get someone to slide you a copy of that supplement. The shopping was one of the favorite parts of the game. Activated the greedy little goblin in my nerve centers. Yeah, as much as I am a fan of, like... Fate-style games where it's all... vague and easy to operate and narrative driven, and you add as little or as much detail as you want and whatever detail you want. I must admit, with something like Cyberpunk, a bunch of useless prattle, it really... Cyberpunk plays incredibly well for the classic treasure hoard murder goblins amongst us. Fine.
What? Trying to play gorilla now? What was that?
And one of the fun parts was being able to have legit in-character conversations about whether... Oh shit, that's a heavy gun. Nope. Ha! And watch as I shoot through my own cover.
Fuck, she's butchering us!
Yes, she is.
Watch out! Here I come! Lose this soldier! She's wounded!
Sorry, gotta focus on this fight. It's almost as though combat veterans forming a gang make for some pretty good gangbangers. Except Gary there. Alright, that was... everybody. Cyberpunk is... If somebody wants that sort of old D&D feel... Ah, welcome back, Rafe. Good moment to jump in, it seems. Yeah. Yeah, he had speedwear. That's what speedwear looks like on, your side of things. And he's basically using speedwear and then dodging. But I don't think that's how it functionally works for you. For you, it's just a slowdown. Which, I mean, still works really well, but it just means you don't get to do that cool Matrixy bullshit. But yeah, he was using speedwear. It's bad enough with somebody with a melee weapon using speedwear to close the distance with that BS, but when they have a gun like he did, it's tough because they actually think and try to outmaneuver you and shoot you in the back. I'm not used to that. They aren't supposed to be competent. Come on, up. Yeah, no wonder that hurt. That's a freaking tank cannon. Have a couple extra. I think that's all the cool shit. So let's go over here and install some malware. I like the fact that you just trust your fixer who's sending you a virus to upload isn't going to send you something that flattens you.
Wall and another rises up in the polls. Politics is fucking usual.
Sorry, Johnny, but I don't have time for your little anarchist revolution.
Yeah? Well, it'd be easier than slicing heads off a fucking Hydra. One more reason this city could use another nuke.
You're supposed to sympathize with the guy who says he should just nuke the city again. Why isn't this 4K 1080 FPS literally unplayable? You meant 8K? If I had an 8K screen, I would try that shit. I'm gonna be honest. But I've got a 34 by like 18-ish? Which, I mean, is still good. It's a 34-inch widescreen. But yeah, I'm not trying to, like, my early VODs are blurry and terrible. Night City Yoga. Oh, he's already out. Just seeing that knife floating. The game has 4K. Yeah, it does have that capability. But, I don't, and Twitch limits the stream to 720. If you go back and check my earlier VODs, they look terrible. They're incredibly blurry the second I start moving because of the fact that I had it originally set to match my screen frame for frame, so it was trying to output on a high bitrate at that. A 3440 widescreen, which does not work. Does not work at all. How do I get out of here? There we go. Eat.
You did it, V. Just got word that virus is blazing toward the servers like a fucking asteroid. Prim work. And thanks. Closing the...
I don't know if the cap ups after you get monetized. I just know that my streams are all 720, so the VODs are all 720, which I'll say it, it's not cool. I don't like that, but I understand if they gave unfettered access with their... They have limited infrastructure. They're not... Oh no, they don't. They're owned by Amazon. Screw that. Yeah. The hell, guys. Unlocked another one. But yeah, I can get limiting resources to just any gonk who wants to pick up a stream, pick up and start streaming. But at the same time, like, YouTube doesn't do that. YouTube will let you stream at whatever bitrate you want, and they'll automatically hold your VODs forever because it's YouTube. You have to tell them not to. Not that you should, because that's content. That's why I have a YouTube channel. By the way, I have a YouTube channel. It's just the VODs right now, but I'm going to start doing other stuff with it, but for now, just the VODs.
got a guy looking to be extracted out of NC pronto, or else it's
Twitch
his
more like
funeral.
Bullstitch. Kinda.
Need me a decent driver who won't shit their pants when things get hairy. What do you think? Check the spec.
6th Street. Hate those bastards. Vomit lofty patriotic bullshit all day. Act like fucking animals.
6th Street got shaken up with internal coup. Boss took a bullet in the back of the head. Guy who filled his shoes was same one who pulled the trigger. They call him Gunner. That explains that. Yeah, there's another mission I was actually driving us towards. That's fun, where they're celebrating Gunner taking over. Yeah, that's the thing, is YouTube is still way behind on streamer count, like you say, but they're doing some things that is really attractive to streamers. If you're doing streaming, if you're established in doing streaming and just streaming, you might as well stay on Twitch. It's the name people know. It's a good enough place to stay. But the monetization is a little better on YouTube. You've got to have like 4,000 hours or something like that of play or watch time. I think it's watch time before you monetize, but it all unlocks at once. There's no affiliate and then partner. But if you do YouTube videos also, like, tutorials and such, it's a better place, and you can do highlights and clips a lot easier using their YouTube Shorts, which everybody's using YouTube Shorts, which is good, but it was actually developed to counter highlights for Twitch. Twitch is bigger because it kind of open source tools. That, and also Twitch is bigger because it did streaming first. It was the major streaming site. It's been around for a while. I went to PAX in 07 or 08, and they were already doing panels on Twitch. Let's see here. But Gunner, new bossman has unleashed Purge to get rid of the gang of all the loyal folk to the last chief. My client Fabio is next in line to get shot. He'd very much like to skip town. Already struck a deal with the nomads who agreed to ship him out to the coast. All you have to do is escort him to the place. Note, there's already a price on your friend's head, so he's gotta watch it. Sending you the cords of Flavio's hold up. You need to get there, load him into the ride, and deliver him to the nomads ASAP. Keep your iron at the ready, and don't forget to always check your mirror. 6th Street gave him a death sentence, so any tails on his ass could likely be hot. Yeah, YouTube should have bought Twitch, as far as a business move. I'm glad they didn't, because having Twitch out there and having that other one... Dude. Don't slap the hookers. Ooh. God and country.
Reloading!
I get a health restore every time I hit somebody with a fully charged shot, which with a 3-round burst pistol is really nice. Yeah, actual competition for once. Yeah, a lot of the nerd industry's competition just doesn't exist. And that's a huge issue. Because competition breeds innovation. People like to say that the free market will make its own decisions and, regulate itself and all, but that's not often the case.
I'm so scared!
I mean, you're in a good place to hide out. Oftentimes, if there's only 1 or 2 names in an industry, they're already in cahoots. Our first-party medical industry and our internet and cable industry in this nation, for example. Oh.
Look, shot him in the back while they were running. Too bad God's dead. I mean Old Testament God. One who'd fire and brimstone the whole fucking bunch.
You just don't like anybody. I don't blame you. Everybody here is terrible. But yeah, having Twitch, or having YouTube to go against Twitch, and then, God, that third one, the one that Ninja went to after Twitch, literally just deleted his account for no reason, didn't tell him shit. I mean, obviously not really a big enough name. Mixer. There we go, Mixer. Hey, Overcoat! Welcome, Rock! Welcome back to the fluff pile. Pepsi isn't a big fan of competition. Yeah. Yeah, Mixer is another streaming platform. The one that Ninja went to when he got dumped from Twitch. But, you know, you need competition like that for there to be innovation. For the longest time, it was just Twitch, which was a big freaking issue because just Twitch ain't doing anything. YouTube's Mixer's dead now? Already? Facebook streaming gang, yeah. You can stream to Facebook, I will say, I mean, I'm planning on deleting my account as soon as I can, unhook my Oculus or Meta account from it, but it's dead? Oh, fantastic. Well, now I'm definitely glad YouTube's still here. Oh, jeez.
Fuck. Goddamn bloodbath in here.
People left and right saying it was gonna take down Twitch, and it just didn't. Yeah. Unfortunately, it takes a platform the size of YouTube to compare. Here. Most of them were paid to stream there. Yeah, I'm not surprised that's...
What's this?
Hey, that's your tomb, isn't it? Think he's alive. Fuckers like that always land on their feet.
Hey, you hear me?
I mean, at least they were open about it. Biggest mistake any new venture can do is to claim it's going to be the X, Y, or Z killer. Yeah, no, without a doubt.
I know. Flavio, right? That you?
Yeah. You've got to get me out of here.
That's the issue. Is I'm not even going to ask what happened here. The answer is he got like a bunch of hookers to celebrate leaving.
Oh, shit.
And then 6th Street just decided
Take me there.
they were going to end things. Yeah, I've got a couple of bots, or a couple of automated messages. Well, just the one, I think. I don't want to just constantly throw a bunch out. Come on. Come on. Hey. You know what? I'm just gonna go start up your car and make you teleport there. Screw you. I paid Ninja to a mil to be an exclusive. Yeah, 1 mil, more like 30. I mean,
Oh, you've got the cords?
Got him.
Shit. I just wanted a little fun.
Quick riping. You're alive. Unlike the girls.
I do like the fact that he had joy toys of both for all varieties. As a person of distinguished taste right there. Yeah, Mixer started up. being too cocky. They thought that they, being the only other name in town, could absolutely tackle Twitch, but it takes
Over here.
something the size of
Where is the client?
YouTube to even
In the
handle
back,
that kind of
bleeding out.
traffic.
Shit! If he dies, I
Especially
gon'
when
get
you're
paid.
doing
Not my
something
problem.
stupid like,
Did my part.
yeah, throwing 30 mil at buying a single streamer. Let's go stream on TikTok, y'all. I'm gonna
River,
pass.
Okay? A few minutes away. Will you hang in there? No choice.
I do like the fact that they have a conversation as they drive away, even though there's good odds you weren't gonna catch it.
Now that's what I call pro-merc work. Flavio's yapping my ears off, says he's never met anyone tougher than you. Bet it's gonna stay that way for a while. Rare breed, mercs like you. Contract's closed. I've already flicked the ads your way.
That was 13 grand job. Nice. Oh, Cuckoo's Nest. That's right. Investor right and you can live off the payouts for 30 mil? Yeah. You honestly don't even have to invest 30 mil all that right to live off the payouts. That's the glorious thing about having a number that big. I mean, unless you know, live like Charlie Sheen. We need a third platform. I mean, technically we have Facebook, but nobody wants to stream to Facebook. Nobody wants anything to do with Facebook that's in an industry as heavy as streaming. It's a really hard sell. It's an easy one, because everybody has a Facebook account. There's a larger audience on Facebook than there is on Twitch and YouTube combined, probably. And I do know some people who stream to Twitch, or at least highlight to it, but... or not Twitch, Facebook. I know some people who stream to Twitch too, you might be surprised. The tank... they're able to lure Ninja away from Twitch with lucrative contract that offered a multi-year deal somewhere in the range of 25 to 30 mil. So that's why Ninja's contract broken not a year later. Yeah, they probably did not get the money back. Yeah. Ninja was looking at going to Mixer or just streaming on Mixer as well. Twitch didn't like that and said, you know what? You're gone completely. And that kind of put him in a bind, but also put him in a good position to sell himself well. So, worked out well for old Ninja, and I guess I can't complain about that. Plus, he's got a line of Adventure Force guns, if I recall.
Securing area.
Bonk. So, this gig is one of the few where I'm helping a cop. Because the cop in question learned a little bit too much about the corruption in Night City, and unlike our woman of La Mancha from well earlier, this one reported to her superiors, and they got her put into a mental asylum. And it's a mental asylum that is run for profit in Night City, so it's not going to be a good one. And we are breaking her out because, well, it's a pretty shitty place to be. Let's see here, what options do we have for ingress? Yeah, Twitch would have been pretty stupid to not take Ninja back after Mixer dropped. You want to play Cyberpunk Red as a media who's a Twitch streamer with military contracts? That actually can be easily done. That was perfectly non-lethal. That non-lethal knife straight through the side of his head. I remember back in the day I started up a game of Cyberpunk. It didn't get to go far, tragically, but it was, one of the players... It was pretty much when the crazy Japanese game show meme hit real hard in America. Oh, well, hard way it is. And dude was basically kind of from the Squid Game type shit going on, or that would go on in Night City. But in the process, he also made a huge bunch of contacts with local gangs. I think there was a remain undetected on this one, unfortunately.
I need cover!
So I'm not getting the bonus.
Wasted time and money at that. Someone goes whack, put him out of their none of this forced therapy.
But I do like the idea of... yes, this is based on a TTRPG. One of the older ones that came out of the waste of the Second Ed Dungeons and Dragons era, when it hit a whole bunch of bloat. It just became an unwieldy mess. Pretty much everybody and their donkey went out and tried to make their own game. And Mike Pondsmith, local Seattleite, went ahead and decided he was going to tackle the cyberpunk genre, since there really wasn't anything out there in cyberpunk except for, I think Shadowrun dropped at about the same time, but I'm not sure if it was a, you know, who ripped off who, or if there was anything like that going on. God, this asylum really sucks. If this asylum was any worse, it'd be making shitty knockoff movies.
Him and me.
You recognize him?
From his ink. That and being scared shitless. The hell we went through in Mexico. The things we saw. What we did. No quicker way to lose your mind.
Okay, 2020 came out in 88, and First Ed Shadowrun came out in 89. I'm not surprised that Shadowrun, which was a FASA product, was a copy. I mean, it has its own unique things to it. Namely, it includes magical elements. Basically, some stuff goes down. I don't really remember, or never cared what, really, as a Cyberpunk fan. That caused a reawakening of the world, basically. And a bunch of people got mutated into elves and trolls and dwarves. And dragons came back and started running the world. Did they make up the term cyberpunk, or was it already a thing? It was already a thing. Cyberpunk was used to define a science fiction or near sci-fi genre, near future genre, that came out of the old dystopia genre. Like, you know, Fahrenheit 451 and 1984. Yeah, William Gibson coined the term I'm not sure if William Gibson coined the term cyberpunk, but it was definitely thrown at him. He did coin the term cyberspace. But no, the word itself was about for a while there at this point, because cyberpunk as a genre rose up in the 70s. It has its roots as far back as the 50s. Like I said, it's got deep ties to first-generation dystopias, back when dystopia fiction was just, everything is bad. Have fun reading about how everything's bad. Which is why, out of all of the endings you can have in this game, only one of them is okay, in that you have about 6 months to live. Maybe. Still gotta read Neuromancer. Yeah, it's Neuromancer's kind of a tricky one to read. It's just old enough,
Dixon?
but it is
Jasmine
worth it.
Dixon?
That's me. But who sent you?
You're getting out of here with me. Can you walk?
I don't know. Walk to where?
Hey, listen to me. Everything will be all right. You're getting out of here, okay?
Yeah. I understand. We can go.
Bruce Bethke. In 1983, his short story Cyberpunk, which was published in Amazing Science Fiction Stories, term was quickly appropriated as a label to be applied to the works of Gibson, Bruce Sterling, Pat Cardigan, and others. You cannot forget Philip K. Dick. You absolutely cannot forget Philip K. Dick in that mix. He didn't do exclusively Cyberpunk, but man, he did a lot of it, and it was really... like, Philip K. Dick was on another level. His stuff inspired or was licensed... I didn't shoot you. Are you a... oh, security guard. Not a civ... not a civvy, don't care. But his stuff was... I mean, it inspired a lot of classic science fictions, movies like Blade Runner was, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I can't believe I forgot the name of a book I've read 5 fucking times. Total Recall was buy and sell, or we buy and sell memories for less or something like that. What did you put, Overcoat? I don't believe you would be saying something inappropriate, but obviously I need to tune my filter. If you could DM me what you said. It's also not supposed to delete all of your posts, but it did. Held a message for a reason, misogyny. Oh, wait. Rafi. Dick is not... okay. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to, step right into... okay, you know what? Hold on. No, Stop. That is the wrong tab. Oh, what's it? There we go. Mods. Tools. You're actually... where's that blacklist? Oh, it doesn't have a... okay, that's something I'm gonna have to fiddle with later. Philip K. PP. Philip K. Bennis. Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to mess with later because the default blacklist isn't something you can directly access. It just says, do you want to use the default? And I'm starting to think I'm just gonna have to sit down with a couple of beers and write up my own using the... just thinking of every word I don't want to put in chat. Or I could just take it off for like 5 minutes and let Raph know. He will find every single word that should not be used. Big Wanger. Come on. Look, I know you were literally tortured every single night by people who probably did some horrific things to you because the writers of this game did kind of like sexual trauma a bit too much. But hurry the fuck up! Come on. TikTok.
Get in. You're going home. To your husband. He's already waiting for you.
Oh, oh God. I thought I'd never... that they'd...
Yeah, Philip K. Dick stuff is on another level. The only... They copy or made movies of a lot of his books, but so many of them were done... I mean, they're good movies, but done wrong? By the book standards?
It's all over now, Jasmine. They can't do anything to you.
I can find all the words that you don't want to read in here in 27 minutes or your money back.
You are.
I doubt it'll take 2.7 minutes for you, Helmy, honestly. The only book of his that translated well was, oddly enough, also involved Keanu Reeves. It was A Scanner Darkly. They did cel-shaded or rotoscoped type stuff. Whoa, Jesus. Riaz, get better drivers.
Jasmine's on her way to her dearest husband, and I get my
And it was...
Eddies. Or should I say, our Eddies.
I mean, A Scanner Darkly is
Job well done, V.
fucking grim.
Closing the gig.
But it was really good. If you watch it, it's really worthwhile. The other ones, like I said, Blade Runner, Total Recall. It's at least one I'm forgetting. Got a pickup for sale. Got one of those already. Somehow I've never read the popular ones, but the ones you did read were, yeah, so one of the things about Philip K. Dick was that he wrote while on drugs for most of his stuff. It was actually up until he started doing it, or up until he did A Scanner Darkly, he wrote high all 25/8. More of a TPK fan? Oh. Haha.
Just my luck.
I like Phil Dick. I mean, y'all know how I feel about Dick in general, but, Total Party Killer, yeah. I can understand somebody not necessarily wanting to just dive headfirst into Dick. That kind of Dick can be pretty extreme. Thanks for confirming. Streamlabs does not like Dong. I need to fix that because if it's my robot, it should like Dong. I'm gonna get banned before I get monetized. Yeah, that's because I programmed them. And yet the message it posts when it mods uses the word. Yeah, that's because I was the one who put in that message. I'm gonna remove Dick from the lexicon, from the verboten lexicon, because it's really not a problem. So, you know, I've just been killing a shitload of 6th Street boys. Yeah, now we're gonna go drink with them and steal some shit from them. Well, not steal. Win in a competition. I say as I just jack something out of somebody's locker. Of course the F word wouldn't be fine, Raph.
The hell you want?
That a trick question? This is a party, right?
Invitation only. For those who bleed.
Hey,
red,
didn't you
white, and
star
blue.
in
So
Don't Breathe?
fuck off.
Chill. Just wanted to have a good time. Drink a beer, smoke.
This looked like a fucking neighborhood picnic to you?
And development on Mars.
Something wrong? Problems at home.
Oh, you're a jokester, huh? You looking for a good laugh?
Yeah, we all want a good laugh, Walker. Such a nice day, everyone having a good time. Like
yeah, no,
4th of
fuck
July.
is not allowed.
Be a shame to
It's,
tell
of course, on the
someone
default
fucked it up,
ban
you know?
list.
Yeah, I know. Fine.
That's my tune. Go drink, enjoy yourself.
Kinda like
Celebrate
this
that
guy.
decent score of yours.
We got some kind of competition going on?
Yup. Lead spitting kind.
I want in.
Shit out of luck.
I
You're
like
about to
Steven.
call it.
As far as my
Yeah.
Cyberpunks
You scared I'd
go,
leave you
Philip
all
K.
in the
Dick
dust?
is really high on my list, but
You know who you're
Stevenson
fucking talking
and
to?
Gibson, of course, are
I've been
really
deployed
good.
3 times. 3!
I think Stevenson
on the
kind of
front line.
gets
Easy, Walker. What'd I say, huh?
a
We're just
little
here to have a good
wordy,
time.
and Gibson gets a
You
little
got
bit up his
something
own
to prove?
ass.
Be our guest.
But-
It'll be fun.
Let's shoot the shit out of holes.
That can also kind of just be
Just as I thought.
sci-fi writers to
You
begin
look
with,
to me
especially
like a
futurists,
show-off.
which
Let's see
a
what you
core
got.
component of
But
Cyberpunk,
this
I've
ain't
said this
your
a
average
couple of
shooting
times, a
match.
core component
You gotta have
is
a good eye, but an
futurism.
even stronger head.
Because...
and it's realistic,
'Cause we
gritty,
all drink around before
not
each
good
shot.
futurism.
To Gunner, the new
Which is
boss
why
in town.
Cyberpunk
like
is
the sound of that. Anything else I should
very
know?
quickly becoming a difficult
stations.
genre to write
You
for
shoot at the
because
targets with Holt's face in the
the
time limit.
horrible
More bootlickers you pop, the better.
cyberpunk
score so far belongs
dystopias
to Walker.
of the
43
1960s,
points.
70s, and
You
80s
beat him, prize is yours.
would actually look pretty good right now.
Enough talking, let's shoot.
Take this revolver.
Periphery's a good one,
Use it if
too.
you want your shots to count. We're testing skill, not tech here. Go ahead to the first station. We'll start whenever you're ready. Break a leg.
So I specifically saved this one just as a way of showing some of the variety in this game as far as missions go. At least among non-scanner missions. This one's great. Johnny Mnemonic, god damn it, you had to mention Johnny Mnemonic, didn't you? You know, I didn't believe you when you said that Free Jack was... that it was on the same level as Free Jack, 'cause I'm like, there's no way it could be that bad.
Come on! Drink!
I'm bothered that I hadn't watched it until, like, last week, when I've read the book, or read the story several times. But, oh my god, that was terrible.
Ugh.
I want room service!
Go past the line when shooting. Automatic disqualification.
Stop! Time's up! Next station!
Okay, what? No, you didn't tell me when the timer started. Let's redo that. Fuck you. Yeah, there's a certain amount of caps that are allowed in a message. I believe I've got it to where it's not deleting well, it's deleting you if you drop profane language, but it should not be deleting your messages on any other violation. I do need to tweak the mod, but I also wasn't expecting I'd have somebody like, you know, Raph in this channel. Not that I can complain, the things I've done to poor Rock's...
12 seconds! Go!
No. Just don't go past the line when shooting. Automatic disqualification.
Stop! Time's up! Next station!
I mean, I can't really... If I start cracking down on Raph, or coming down on Raph too hard, I'm just gonna have to start singing I'm No Angel myself. Because... we are... bad influences on each other. Time to try your favorite swears. Oh, good lord. Speaking of language.
Hey, vodka first! Then you blast hold a new one!
Yeah, I was just trying to get up here, dude.
I'm telling you, man!
Y'all's
The
layout
breeze!
is terrible.
Whoosh! Throw it all off!
hell's this? Rubbing
Who
alcohol?
cares? Shoot! You got 12 seconds! You cross that line and shoot, you're out of the game.
But I said my finger slipped.
You had your chance, Rudy.
Oh, fucking fair.
And stop! Next station!
Your voice is terrible, dude. I mean, you look so cool. You're like the old grizzled vet. You're kind of a silver fox, but... Next station! Dude. Yeah, a lot of the old-timey ones, GDL are gonna go through. Like, nobody considers Dingleberry a thing.
Down the hatch! To Gunner!
I mean, this is the era where Jay's no longer a slur.
You got 12 seconds! Go, go, go!
Hey, throw that line! We don't like cheaters here.
I am nowhere near the line. Shut your whore mouth. I didn't say that because you're a woman. I said that because you're 6th Street. I'll say one advantage of a 6th Street neighborhood is you can walk around with a revolver out looking like you're about to start some shit and nobody cares. Okay, well that was impressive. I stopped touching the button a while ago. I think it's because my character is wasted on rubbing alcohol.
One more round! Drink!
Kirkman.
I'ma throw up!
Ugh, so warm.
What else would it be in this heat? Shoot! 12 seconds!
Come on.
Don't forget the line! One toe over and you're gone!
Time's up! That's it, go check your stats!
Come on, move. Yeet. 80% fall damage reduction from cyberlegs, 80% fall damage reduction from my boots. This is why I died falling last session, is, yeah, I'm not used to taking the damage as much as the stun. Also, I just walked through power lines, that should have been fun. Moist. I need to ban moist. I don't have a problem with it, but it's funny.
Now let's see. First place by a landslide. Here, won it fair and square.
The hell? Not fucking possible!
Not gonna lie, I'm impressed. You know, 6th Street could use a few more shooters like you. Sure Gunner'd like to meet you. Take you under his wing, probably.
Flattered, really, but I gotta say no. Not for me.
Understood. We had a little fun today. Drank together. But I see you on the street later, it won't make no difference. You're either with us or against us.
I'll keep that in mind.
And for the winner, with Gunners, congratulations.
Woohoo! And USA! And USA!
And now, let's drink! 6th Street! 6th Street!
Everybody's terrified because I yoked myself across the map at him. Y'all are just gonna spend the rest of the night testing curses, aren't you? I mean, I don't blame you. So... I think we're actually gonna take a terminal here, because we're at 2 hours now, 2 in a minute. I don't mind going over, but don't think we want to fight through the entire city's worth of side missions that are available. And there's one way over here that's fantastic. CDPR needs to issue a patch that turns all their hats red. I need to see if there is a mod for that. Because Yeah. Not freedom of the press, which is good, but one of the best Cyber Psycho sightings. Call my car. Oh wait. Yeah, it still has my Nova equipped. That's not very Nova of you. And yeah, divided we stand. The rifle I just won. It's a smart rifle. Let's see here. High chance to apply poison. It's got good poison and chem damage to it, and that's about it. I mean, it's decent. Don't get me wrong. If I was using rifles, it'd be cool. But right now, it's just gonna hang on my wall in my stash. I'm a good driver. Like a good neighbor. Oh my god, I'm the NPC cars in Euro Truck Sim. You're literally shooting toxic masculinity at people. I mean... you're not wrong. This thing is not fun in cities. It's easier to control than some, but holy crap, this thing is not good in the city. Yeah, that driving was so good. I'm just getting my Pitmobile. It did get stuck on the log. So like first message or so has my name on it. Okay. You as DM can clear the chat log. Yeah, it only shows first name, but the fact that when I was making the accounts, they were still all like, it defaults to using your full real name, and you have to actively change that. Stupid. So this one is one of the many Maelstrom Cyber Psycho sightings. It looks like there was some sort of ritual going on, and a whole lot of death happened.
Lovely neighborhood.
Right.
Well, that wasn't awkward and cut short for no reason.
What in the fuck?
So much better at night.
You okay?
Lilith has concealed the 10th circle from the ancestors' eyes.
The hell is this?
This is actually the first time I've done this during the day.
Better look around.
Hey, look.
Saying, hey, look.
Grimy. V, we got company.
There's a reason why I broke out my sword. Yes. Come on. Please be a better fight. Oh, wow. Really? I think I took more damage walking over these broken pylons. At least she's still alive. Cultist shard. Yeah, literally taking more damage from those pylons. Was it prepared everything and found me a lamb. Blood of will course through the fiber optics, swirling and blending with the digital, opening the gates of the abyss. Death within arm's reach, the metallic taste of his scythe on my tongue. I will tug at the tangled cables of fate. A hard reset, a blue screen, a brain reformatted. I'm ready. Luck be with me. Yeah, unfortunately with the game rebalance, if you've got a decent... Fucking hate these things. With the rebalance, there's no leveling. She's actually one of the higher level, cyber psychos. And she fucks your cyber optics. When you hit these pylons, she has a chance of disappearing and then reappearing. And she does throw a lot of hacks. She is a netrunner and has, mantis blades. It is a hard fight, and at night it is absolutely terrifying. But this is where the gameplay overhaul kind of sputters for me, because that was just not... I'm not sure if she hit me. Other... And now let's hack this one. 1C, 5-5, 1C, 1C. Isn't that the Ritualist's shard? Or is it in my inventory? Oh, it's definitely going to show up in my shard bank. It did not pop as a... Okay. Everything's ready, the circle is drawn, the lamb awaits the slaughter. Come as soon as you can, we can't wait anymore, my silicon craves blood, cables are crackling, links are sparking, modems are groaning so loud I can't think, the abyss is impatient, the abyss is hungry. Okay, so you are seeing my closed captions. I have no idea how accurate they are. The answer is probably not, but I wanted to have something up there for people who cannot hear me. They're probably better off that way, but I did crack the Ritualist shard. Why is that not popping? I have no other shards. Let me just run through my damn list. It's not going to be an article. It's not going to be technology. Not looking like it's any of these. Well, you try to get yourself some rest then again, Roth. Thank you for showing back up. It was interesting having you back in here. It's not gonna be any of these. I think Cider Elf is having a good lurk right now. I'm not sure he didn't use the lurk command. Nope, not worrying about it. Screw it. Let's just go ahead and message Gina. And then you got 32 messages deleted by the auto mod again. Byra. Let's see here. Bloody ritual. Something about this ritual went wrong. Seriously wrong. Place is covered in guts and blood. Must have had something to do with uploading the brain into the net and straddling the border between life and death. Only the girl who jacked in couldn't handle it. She went psycho and started tearing into her chooms. Thought women were more resistant to cyberpsychosis. Anyway, at least we have her alive. It's true women are less likely to get cyberpsychosis. All the better we have her... We have her alive for more research. I thought nothing could surprise me anymore. Boy, I was wrong. Wonder what she heard through those cables that caused her to crack. I'll keep looking into it. In the meantime, I'm sending you your cut. Bonus included. Property Developed tossed us a token of their gratitude for freeing up the building now that Maelstrom isn't squatting in it. Not bad, huh? It's the Techno-Necromancers, without a doubt. Looks like it was supposed to be a trip to the other side and a tub filled with ice and the blood of innocence. Maelstrom never ceases to amaze and disgust, which is why Maelstrom I'm 100% behind just completely and totally butchering. They are... I keep saying they're the worst and then correcting myself, so I'm caught myself that time, but they are top-tier scum and villainy for certain. So they just... sacrificed a whole bunch of random people they pulled off the street in some horrible bloody ritual to try and hover a netrunner between life and death. It's just... There's a star job. These don't count because... Actually, you know what? I don't feel bad helping the police against you fucks. You were right there. You're probably involved. You guys are the worst. Also, it doesn't cause a completion. Stars are random events, so it just is. You're welcome. Yeah, call you an Uber. Also, get rid of that top knot. You look like a douche. Let's see here. We are at 2:16. I think we got time to do freedom of the press. This one is a job for Regina, on behalf of Regina Jones, her former producer at NWS. Kind of went a little bit off the deep end, trying to push the truth, which understandably so. I mean, normally all for truth and whatnot, but I mean, you've seen how it goes. People who try to expose the world end up dead, or worse. he doesn't really see trying to work with Regina because she is no longer a media. She went fixer. She's now a part of the problem by messing with the street game, but we're gonna convince him otherwise and save his ass. And we'll probably call it after that. Bonk. Just park right over here. Picked up a good bit of hardware there. Oh, that also included the asylum. Yeah, that's right. I will do the best idea. I will go through the front door. Again, who just leaves wads of hard currency laying around?
Shrapnel from a grenade tore straight through my thigh. Me? I got blowed up. By just a usual IED. Improvised explosive device.
Not want to face an HMG.
We're barely out of the ICU when they roll up. Cameras scrolling, frame footage in the corner. Put a face on TV. Told him what to say.
Holy crap, I lived.
They care about vets.
I thought I was +1ing the counter today.
That's right. They gave us Nova implants, pre-med care, even the big cats from the board showed up.
Oh, fuck. At least this guy's prepared. He knows he's being hunted. Are you gonna keep looking this way? Any treasure chests on their balconies. Yep. How are those missing, for fuck's sake? I'm sorry, turret friend. I normally like to save you, because I get experience points for doing so.
Their cameras and forgot all about you. Yeah. And get this. Those implants, we had to give them back. Replaced them with these first-gen pieces of garbage. They did us dirty, yo. Took everything from us, tossed us like... It's okay. I understand.
You a corpo? Tell me, or I shoot.
Not a fucking suit. Name's V. Regina sent me.
Regina. Tell her she can get fucked.
Heard your interview on the way up.
Started broadcasting the moment you showed up on the feed. It wasn't finished, not like I wanted it, but at least people got the truth.
Why the suicide threats, huh?
Thought you were a corpo. Sent to silence me.
Oh yeah, I
So
do
you
see I
would've
got a
died
warning about
anyway.
dropping
But on my own
frames.
terms. The bastards control everything. But me,
Doing better now?
I get to decide when I go. I do. Tell Regina that too. Not gonna break, not like her.
There's a death warrant out for you, but you probably already knew that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I could give a shit too, but Regina wants to help you out.
Help me out? She's the one who needs help. She was the best media I knew. Shit, she was my mentor. And now? Sold right out. But I won't be bought. Not me.
Never ever sold out. That'll look great on your tombstone.
Better than sellout bitch.
You really hate Regina that much?
Was talking about you. Doesn't it bother you? The PR machines, 24/7 lies, the cover-ups. Things used to be different. The media's word fucking meant something. We tracked those sons of bitches every dirty move. And now, you can prove Halt's in Arasaka's pocket, and nobody gives a flying turd fuck.
Come on, let's go. You go the way of the gonk here, won't change a thing.
Running won't change anything either. I'll manage without your help.
This all out of spite for Regina? You got something to prove to her?
You don't know Jack.
You got an itch for the truth, don't you? If you want to know who Regina is now, what she really fights for, just go and see her. At the very least, it'd mean a lot to her. Max?
I'll talk to her, but that's it.
That's all I ask.
Okay, just gotta download a few things.
Do what you gotta do.
As a corpo, you can actually talk about how the people who have real power and are making real change in the city are fixers. And it's a nice little story, a lot better than the, come on, she's not that bad. Just go talk to her, buddy. He knows to switch to fists because, you know, I was afraid I was gonna blow it and just have to knock him the fuck out.
Chauffeur, what's next? Champagne? Black market synth cigars?
No time to waste. Let's go.
Take care, Max.
Yeah, you too.
Get in the car, boy. Well, if I am dropping frames, then the end of this one's probably...
Thanks for the help. Glad you got through to that stubborn mule. Looks like I'm up to bat with him now. Gig closed.
Probably a good place to stop it. Let me go and grab the reward. Can't quite do jump slide like you can in Titanfall. Also can't wall run like they said you would be able to, like in Titanfall. 4,800, not bad. Honk you! That leaves us a good bit to do. Shit, that's... Did want to pick up. You know what? That'll be next session. One of these ones that's not discovered is actually pretty cool. I think it's... Yeah, it's you because you're in the middle of it. Oh, yeah, next session is going to be these two, which are just great. This one's nice and short, but this one is an absolute fucking trip. And then we'll do Delmain's job, because Delmain's job is freaking great. It's genuinely one of the weirder ones. Delmain, if you recall, was the AI that caused me to just smack my mic right there. The the AI chauffeur that brought us over to Konpeki Plaza and then got us out of the Highlands after we were attacked by Arasaka ninjas after we died and came back and almost died. He's got some problems. He ran over your car, and now you gotta go over and talk to him about why one of his chauffeurs tried to kill you. But that is where we are going to leave it. Oh, perk. Perk. Blades. Working on increasing blade speed. Boop. That is where we are going to just switch over to just chatting for now. I've got 4 instances now of dropped frames. A minute ago, 3, 5, and 7 minutes ago. So something's causing stuff to get jank now. So good time to call it. It has been fun as always. I'd like to thank Rafi, Mythcreant for the follows, Raf for showing up to begin with, along with Doc and everybody else who showed up. Good to see Grey Death here in the flesh. And Rock, always good to have you here too, being the usually not... I don't want to say so, but not Roth and I's level of problematic. As always, it has been fun. It was a good stream. Thursday we will pick back up with... Oh, Sulfur Stream. Perfect. I was actually just checking who to raid. If I can get to screen I have set up for that. Back to Twitch. It's going to try and pop something up automatically. Hit the pause before it loads. Yeah, Sulfur is doing Audica again. So that's going to be easy. If you want to watch a very cute VTuber shoot music in the face with guns, or shoot music in the notes with guns, there's a different game where you shoot music in the face with guns. Then stick around for the raid. Thursday, we are going to pick back up with a very smart pistol. We're going to get our Zen on, and then we are going to do some rescue work and stealing shit. If we get through enough of the side gigs, might actually start pushing a little bit more of the storyline forward, but I don't mind clearing up most of the side work and then just railing that storyline. Either way, it has been fantastic as always. Thank you all for showing up, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I got another warning, I'm dropping frames, so let's just get out of here before my computer fucking explodes. Ray!